What's up, bosses? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to create a digital product in Canva. Now, the example I'm going to use is a digital daily planner, but if you want to create workbooks, ebooks, templates, anything like that, this video is still going to be very valuable because I'm going to teach you how to create the digital product, how to add fillable fields, how to package it up, ultimately so you can list this digital product on a platform like Etsy. So if you are excited about creating a digital product and you want to learn how to do it in Canva, then keep on watching. Okay guys, so the first thing I think that you guys should do is just plan out what you want your product to look like, the layout. You want to think about colors, and you want to think about the fonts you want to use. You can look on Etsy, see what's working for other people, or maybe you already have a vision for your digital planner. What I would do is I would actually go ahead and sketch it out. Now that you have sketched out your digital product, it's time to jump into Canva and start designing. So let's head to Canva so I can show you some of the really important features and tools that is really going to help you speed up the process when creating your digital product. Okay, so here I am on Canva and I'm going to click Create a Design. You can choose custom dimensions. I'm just going to choose to create this a letter-sized planner. So if you have Canva Pro, then you can decide if you want to resize the planner so you can have multiple options for your shoppers, or you can just create the one size. So for this example, I'm just going to create the letter size planner, and I want to show you some things that I do. So I like to add a grid in the background because it's a little bit more difficult to line up all of your elements in Canva than, let's say, a program like Adobe Illustrator. So I go to Elements and I type in graph paper. So it looks like you need a pro account for this specific graph. But if you can't find one that works for you in Canva, if you don't have Pro, you can just Google graph paper and upload it to Canva and then add it. Now, another really helpful thing is you can lock this layer by clicking this lock button. And why that is so great is because when you start adding elements on top of this grid, if you grab the wrong thing, you might slide it out of place. So I would say once you have your grid in there, just lock it up, and then you can start designing your planner. So there are only a couple of elements that I'm actually going to be using, and Canva makes it super simple. So I'm going to be using lines, and I'm going to be using squares. So you can type line in here, or you can just grab it right here in this little element section if you're already on it. And what you can see over here is up top, you can change the line weight, so you can make it thicker or thinner. You can change what type of line you want, so you can choose to have a dotted line. You can also choose if you want it to be an arrow or all these different options. So I'm just going to keep this solid line for now, and I don't want it to be this thick. You can also change the color by clicking on this color icon. They have default colors here, or you can select your own color by clicking this icon that shows you all of the colors on the whole color spectrum. And you can drag this guy around to get the shade that you want. I'm going with a gray and light pink planner, so I'm just going to make this line gray. Another thing to note is when I'm working on creating a planner, I always like to keep the elements pretty much within this purple outline box. So I'm also going to be using squares, like I said. So again, you can change the color of it. And sometimes when you are placing things and you want to inch over the element, you can hit the left and right arrows. That's going to move it a pixel over, but sometimes it moves it over too much depending on the size of your canvas. So you can actually hold down Control and move it ever so slightly. So you'll have more control of how much or how little you move the element when you hold down Control. Another element I'll be using is this open square. And let's say you want to edit something on the pink square in the back. You're going to need to actually lock the outer square, because if you click in the middle, it's going to select the outer square. So you can hit this lock button here. That way, when you go to select the pink square, if you slide up and hover over the pink square, you can then move your other element that's in the background. Also, let's say you wanted to move an element forward or backwards, you can select it and then you can go to position and either hit forward or back. So let's just bring it forward and there you go. That's another really useful tool that you might be using when you're designing your digital product in Canva. Another thing to mention is if you have a square like this and you're trying to resize it, but you don't want the lines to be this thick, instead of pulling and pushing on the outer box, what you want to do is actually grab the corner and size it this way so the lines will get thinner, and then you can actually expand the box or shrink the box so it keeps the desired line width. All right, now onto the montage of me creating the planner. Then what you want to do is go to the top right and hit on this down arrow icon, and you want to download it as a PDF print. Now I'm going to teach you how to use the program PDF Escape. This is a free program that's going to allow you to add fillable fields like checkboxes or space so your customers can write in their own text digitally as opposed to printing it out. But they can still do either or. It just gives them that option. So let's head into my screen and check out how you can do that. Okay, so now that we're on PDF Escape, you're going to choose the file to upload. You're going to choose your digital product. Okay, I'm just going to hit Fit to Screen. Now you can select Form Fields, and what you're going to see from this drop-down is a bunch of different options. We're just going to use the first three: text, text paragraph, and checkbox. So the text is for a single line text, and you're going to hit Select, and then what you're going to do is just create a fillable field. You also have the option to change the font size and the actual font over here. And if you want to create more text boxes, you can just click and they will appear, and it'll keep your settings up here. So you can just go through the motions of adding all of these boxes. Okay, let's move on to the next one. So text paragraph is so you can have multiple lines. So something like this, you'd want to use a text paragraph field, and over here. Okay, then lastly, I'm going to show you how to create checkboxes. Super simple. Hit checkbox, hit select, and then you just want to size the checkbox to the checkbox on your PDF. And you can also deselect them, so when you export this PDF, they're actually deselected. Okay, so I'm not going to go through all of it, but this is pretty much how you do it. Then what you want to do is click Save, and then you're also going to click Download, and then it's going to download the PDF for you, and let's take a look at it. Let's open it up in preview. And as you can see, these fields are now fillable. So the font size is a little too small. I would definitely test it out. You can test it out within PDF Escape, so you don't have to export it first. And just make sure it looks good before you actually download the PDF and upload it into Etsy. So that is how you create your fillable PDF for free in PDF Escape. Now we're going to jump back into Canva so I can show you how to package up your digital product so the presentation is clean and professional looking. So let's jump into Canva so I can show you how to do this. So if you're selling editable templates in Canva as opposed to selling those PDFs that are fillable that we just made in PDF Escape, if you have a Canva Pro account, you can actually link to those templates in a one sheet like this to keep everything organized. Not only can you link all your templates, but you can also link like a how-to document or a how-to video, any links that you really want to include. Like all of these are clickable when I download this PDF from Canva because I linked all of these buttons. Like this is a fake button, but when someone clicks it, they're brought to the landing page to sign up for my email list. So I'm going to show you how to do this. So what you're going to do is find your template, and then you're going to find over here, it's going to say share a template. And you're just going to want to copy this whole link. So just hit copy. And again, you need a pro account for this, and I'm going to link down to 30-day free trial below. So share this template. And then you're going to go back here, and how I got these on here was I actually downloaded the template as a PNG file or a JPEG file, so as an image, and then I re-uploaded that image into Canva, and then when I created this one sheet, I just used the image of the templates. So what you're going to do is click on the image, and then you're going to click on this link button right here, and then you're going to paste in that template link. And when you have Pro, the original template will stay intact. And basically that template that each customer gets is a unique template. So it's going to basically make a copy for them in their account. So it doesn't affect the original. This is a really great benefit of having a Canva Pro account. And it would be the same thing for any of your social media platforms. So I say connect with me, and then I have this Instagram image that I got from Elements. So if you go to Elements and you type in Instagram, you're going to see there's a bunch of different icons that you can use. So that's what I did here. I included it here, and then I hit the link button, and then I added my link URL. So when I download this file as a PDF print file, everything is going to be clickable. And this PDF with all of these clickable images is what I upload to Etsy instead of just a boring document with a bunch of links. And this is just great because it allows me to have this one PDF document that has everything they need, and then also helps me grow my brand because I have all of these other ways that they can connect with me or join my email list if they choose to do so. All right, bosses, that was it for this tutorial. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and let me know in the comments below if there are any other tutorials that you would like to see, or really any other videos you'd like to see from me, because I want to keep creating videos that you actually want to watch. As always, bosses, thank you so much for watching. I will catch you in the next video. Bye, guys.